It's that time of the year again. Just under 3 weeks until we gather under the Christmas tree to unwrap gifts. It's always lovely to bring true joy to your loved ones, but often gifts are born out of necessity and bought at the last minute. If you have passionate runners in your family or circle of friends, this little recommendation list might come in handy. Or perhaps you're a runner yourself and just need a few good tips on what to give to yourself. So, here we go. You find all the links in the video description to the products. Yeah. Let's start with something to read. The holiday season practically invites you to sit back and delve into a good book. And Run 100, this book, this is the story of Chris Zehleitner recounting his experience at one of the most significant and demanding ultra-marathons in the world, the Western States 100. If you're familiar with Chris, also known as Das Z from his newsletter, you'll know how entertaining and engaging his writing can be. Run 100, his first book, is no exception, and you should read and buy it. Moving slowly towards running gear, there's an abundance of clothing for runners. But quality and functionality vary significantly. That's why I'm always pleased to discover true hidden gems in this realm. Runnermikes is a small German label from Hamburg that places a high value on sustainability. I got myself the Runnermikes C2C crewneck sweater in spring, and this is the one. It's really nice. And yeah, instead of wearing it for running, I find myself wearing it daily. It looks good, feels good, keeps me warm, and it's sustainably produced. Speaking of clothing and sustainability, let's continue with Junji. They introduced the Thermal Runner insulated jacket this year, made partly from recycled materials. This jacket keeps you really warm while remaining breathable, perfect for running in cold temperatures. I got the jacket in the understated midnight style because the other variation seemed a bit too vibrant for me. In hindsight, I regret it a bit because now I look a tad like a retiree, so be careful with the color choice. Far from retiree-like are the Hoka Mach X shoes. Until this year, I wasn't really a fan of carbon or similar shoes. That changed with the Hoka Mach X. I used to run in the Hoka Mach 5s. They're really great, super lightweight, super responsive, great for daily training as well as competitions. When the X version came out, I thought, well, that's worth a try. It took me some time to get used to the plate in the shoe, but after a few weeks, they really grew on me. These shoes retain energy well at higher speeds and perhaps aren't as firm as other super shoes. In fact, I've never had any issues with my body wearing the Hoka Mach X. These ones, the first pair, these ones, has nearly 700 kilometers on them, and I just ordered my second pair. These ones. Yeah, so are you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, these were the shoes, but there's another topic. Watches. To measure how fast you can run, you need, of course, a decent GPS watch. However, I'm a bit stingy and unwilling to spend 500 or 600 euros on a watch, so I ended up with the Coros Pace 2, and for a few months now, its successor, the Coros Pace 3. You won't find any better watch for the price of 250 euros. It has all the important functions. It's easily readable, boasts an exceptional battery life, and has a rudimentary navigation mode that should suffice for most cases. It falls short only in health metrics or evaluations compared to the expensive models, but maybe you already have an Apple Watch or an Oura Ring, making that redundant. So let's move on to the next product, the Petzl Nar RL headlamp. I've been using a headlamp a lot these days because, yeah, it's the dark season and yeah, you know what that means. I prefer a headlamp or a waist lamp because, yeah, it gives you more flexibility in directing light compared to a waist lamp. I want to be able to turn my head and see what needs to be seen. For the past few years, I used the Petzl EcoCore. It's very lightweight that you barely feel it on your head and definitely bright enough to find your way in the dark. This year, I added this one, the Petzl Now RL, to my gear, especially for those tours where I needed absolute reliability. It's very bright, has a decent battery that charges via USB-C, and a rear light on the battery pack, a feature I missed in the EcoCore. It's heavier than the EcoCore, but still so light that you forget about it after a short while. An absolute workhorse. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, last but not least, a recommendation without having seen the actual product myself. Yeah, I hope it's a good one. I'm a big fan of photographer David Miller, who captures wonderful, emotional and captivating images at various runs like, yeah, UTMB, Western States, I think. Yeah. This year he released a calendar for 2024, and yeah, a calendar is a true classic under the Christmas tree. So go buy it. Yeah, that's it. I hope there's something for everyone, and I'm curious to know what you recommend under the Christmas tree this year. Perhaps you've got any recommendations for me, like good gloves for running. I'm always searching for good gloves because I get so cold hands. Let me know in the comments. Bye bye.